Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's SparkerGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I've got an old reliable. Hang on, let me get a sip here. Hang on. Yeah, that is really good. One more sip. That is really good. Wow. Like this one a lot. I say old reliable because we picked these up at Costco. Kirkland Summit Roast. Here, let's check that out. It'll zoom in there. Yeah, look at that. Focused right up. Kirkland Summit Roast Organic Medium Roast Coffee. These are terrific. A really, really flavorful cup of coffee from these. You can get these at Costco. Probably like 120 of them for less than $35. Really nice price point, and they give you a lot, which is why we're using them, because we got a lot here in the kitchen. So it's a really, really flavorful cup of coffee. Really, really terrific. And this morning, we're using our 30 degrees coffee mug. Right there on the back, 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. And of course, right here on the front, great picture of George right there with the safety razor. How about that? Yeah, these are available online at the George Tune Shaving Store. So if you want one, we'll link it below where you can check out this mug and a lot of others. Monday Morning Mailbag mug and some sweatshirts and hats and that sort of thing. So great to be with you this morning. And related to this, saying right here, 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. We like to say a good hot coffee, a trusty mug, let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Let me get another sip here. Hang on. This is really good. That is terrific. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. Really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the audio podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via all those great streaming platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, that sort of thing. So thanks very much for tuning in to the audio podcast of the Monday Morning Mailbag and also Second Cup. Really, really do appreciate that. Boy, we got a great show for you here this morning. Let's get right to it. Let me click on my topics and we'll break down what's in store today. Oh, we got a great viewer shaving tip from viewer Wesley Kirby. Got a great shaved end visit courtesy of Jim from Northfield, and also a look back with viewer Charles K. Charles, thank you very, very much. We got the usual. Look at this sip. Hang on. There it is. I'm getting ahead of myself. The coffee slows me down. We have the usual round of reminders. We have some giveaway updates for you. We have the Meetup, the Great Texas Wet Shave Meetup. We have a report on that. My thanks to Tim Morris for that. We have some great refill comments, some new wet shaving gear to share with you, and we're going to wrap it all up with some great questions and comments. Great to be with you this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Hey, let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Wesley Kirby. And Wesley writes, "Hi Mark, hope all is well. I was recently going through my blades and found a couple of tucks of carbon blades from an old sample pack. They were pushed to the back because, as you know, carbon blades tend to rust after just one use unless you take some kind of preventative step. Since I don't plan on buying more in the future, I wanted a simple, inexpensive way to make them last a bit longer. The attached photos show what I came up with using things I already had around the house. Inside the soap box, I hot glued a couple of small nylon pieces to hold the blades in place. On top, I added a couple of magnets. The desiccant pack is the same type I used in the cat feeder bin. A few stick-on feet on the bottom finished it off. Hopefully someone finds this useful. Thanks again for everything you do." And that's from Wesley Kirby. And this is a great idea because the whole key to this is that desiccant pack. After you maybe pat dry that carbon blade on a towel after a shave. You put it on that magnet there. You throw the desiccant pack inside. You close that little soap box. And then hopefully that desiccant pack will absorb all that excess moisture off of the blade, thereby preventing rust. Folks, if you give this a try, please comment below and let us know if it works for you. Wesley would love to have a follow-up from you. I think this is a great, great shaving tip because myself and a lot of other viewers out there have said when it comes to carbon blades, which are really, really terrific, very, very smooth, it's a one and done situation. So I'm in that ballpark for sure. I've used carbon blades before. I think they're wonderful. They're very, very smooth. But yeah, because of that potential to rust, for me, it's a one and done situation. And this looks like a great preventative step to keep that rust off the blade so you can get more than one use. Really, really do appreciate that, Wesley. And to say thank you for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use your shaving tip here on the Viewer Morning Shaving Tips segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Wesley, thanks again for a really, really terrific, inventive shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup. Boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime. A classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat. A shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's Shave Den visit comes courtesy of viewer Jim from Northfield, James Gazda, and we're sharing this one this morning because this Sunday, summer starts officially, June 21st. It'll be the start of summer, the longest day of the year, that sort of thing, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. Shortest day of the year for our friends down under in Australia. Summer means warm weather, cookouts, and travel and vacation. And what James is sharing with us this morning is perfect for those vacations. And he writes, "Hey Mark, I wanted to share photos of these new acquisitions. The razor is a Merkur 985 travel razor with a great leather case, and the brush is a Simpson Trafalgar T1. I only paid $39 total for both. What a deal! They are perfect for those summer vacation getaways. If and when I'm out of town for work, this will be a fantastic option for me. Can't wait to try both. Thanks and have a terrific week." And that's Jim from Northfield. Jim, that is great. What a great deal you got on both of those. And there you go, folks. That looks like a beautiful travel razor. So if you are going to have a vacation this summer, you're going to be hitting the road, whatever, and you're looking for a travel razor, try to find a Merkur 985 travel razor with a terrific leather case. And, check out eBay and some other online sellers. You might be able to get a great deal on it. And also the Simpson Trafalgar T1, a great travel size shaving brush. No doubt about it. Hey, Jim, when you use those, if and when you do travel for work or for whatever reason, let us know how they work for you. We'll share that with all the viewers out there. That is absolutely terrific. And we're sharing this again because it's summer. That means travel. And here's a great option to have in your shave den for a travel razor, a Merkur 985 travel razor with a leather case, and also the Simpson Trafalgar T1. Jim, thanks again very, very much. And we also received this from viewer Charles K. And the subject heading reads, "My George sketch turned 4 today," and he sent along this photo, and there it is, the George sketch in his shave den from June 6, 2022. Where has the time gone? Wow. I'm very honored and flattered that you have that in your shave den and going on 4 years. Charles, thank you very, very much. He sent along this and he says, happy Saturday, Mark. I simply want to say thanks for all that you do for the wet shaving community. It is appreciated and never taken for granted. By the way, my college-bound grandson is now a member of the wet shaving world. He loves his Vikings blade Emperor Meiji. You can also see from the photo that I have my Mercure Progress and Strike Gold FDR ready for tomorrow morning. As always, with my compliments, thanks and kindest personal regards. And that's from Charles K. Charles, again, thank you so much. I'm honored and flattered to be displayed in your shave den. And that's absolutely awesome news that your grandson, who's heading off to college, is now part of the wet shaving world. You'll have to give us some updates on how his wet shaving journey is progressing and how he likes the Emperor Meiji adjustable razor from Vikings Blade. That's awesome. That's an awesome razor. Definitely a favorite here on the Monday Morning Mailbag. And and let us know how the Mercure Progress and Strike Gold FDR worked for you. Strike Gold is just marvelous. It builds marvelous, marvelous lathers, and they have some great, great scents. So if you want to share that with viewers down the road, that would be great. Charles, again, thank you very, very much. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really, really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, this morning we have some photos and a report from the Great Texas Wet Shavers Meetup, and it comes from viewer Tim Morris. And Tim writes, "Hey Mark, here's a few pictures I took at the meetup I thought I might share." And when he wrote this, he was on his way back home from the meetup. A bit of a haul for him. And he writes here, first picture is the massive piff table. Well, they do everything big in Texas, as they say. And that is an awesome and massive piff table. Wow. Second picture is David J. Young and his wife of Soap Palooza. That is really, really neat to see because viewer Aaron Watson sent along some shave soap from Soap Palooza that we've talked about here on the Monday Morning Mailbag, and I'm really looking forward to reviewing that. So, Tim, thanks very, very much for sending along this picture. Nice to put a name and a face with Soap Palooza. That's great. The third picture is Monica Gillum of Van Ulay Soaps. Monica's checking her massive soap inventory. Yeah, that's great. Van Ulay, another great artisan out there. And of course, we have the Van Ulay honeycomb shaving bowl, lathering bowl. That is a terrific, terrific item. So get up to Van Ulay and check out those honeycomb shaving bowls. They really, really are terrific. And Tim continues here, everyone was so nice and the giveaways were plentiful and awesome. I am so grateful that I attended. So much fun meeting some fellow wet shavers and content creators from YouTube. And again, that's from Tim Morris. Tim, thank you very, very much. It sounded like a great, great time. And yeah, it sounds like the next one is going to be even bigger. So when we get word of that, we'll share it here on the Monday Morning Mailbag. So Tim, thanks again for sharing those photos and your experiences attending the Great Texas Wet Shavers Meetup. Really do appreciate it. Well, this morning we have some giveaway updates for you. As you may recall, the winner in the Artisan and Engineer giveaway was viewer Tim Morris. Now, Tim Morris has been on the road, as you may know, and he finally made his way back home from the Great Texas Wet Shave Meetup. He sent along this photo and this email letting us know that he received the prize package and was able to finally unbox it. He writes, "Hey Mark, just wanted to send along a thank you to David Lair, Patricia Bagwell, Mr. Anonymous, Katie's Bubbles, Through the Fire, and Sterling Soap Company. Everything was perfectly packaged, and I finally found time to unbox. I am so grateful to have won the random drawing, and all items will be put to use. Also, thank you, Mark, for such a kind letter, and I'll continue to keep watching your videos. Again, thank you all so much." Tim, I'm so glad that everything arrived safe and sound. That's great. Thanks so much for sending along the photo and the very, very kind words. Really, really do appreciate that. A big thank you again to David Lair for sponsoring the heart of this giveaway, which was that wonderful Artisan handmade shave set. And also a big thank you to Patricia Bagwell, Mr. Anonymous, Katie's Bubbles, Through the Fire, and Sterling Soap Company for making this giveaway possible. Thank you one and all. Now, last week, we selected winners in the giveaway we were calling A Summer of Vintage Gillette Shaving. That's right, 4 vintage razors, 4 winners. This was very kindly sponsored by EZD, also known as Mr. Anonymous, and 3 out of the 4 winners have contacted the channel and claimed their prize. Prizes for those 3 are already on the way. They may already have received them by the time this airs. First prize was won by the Deacon Shaves. That was the vintage Gillette pre-World War II Fat Handle Tech. And he writes, "I can't believe I won. Again, thank you and Mr. Anonymous for doing this." He sent along his mailing address. "Thanks again. Have a great day and smooth shaves." And that's from Eugene, also known as the Deacon Shaves. And again, we sent the prize package to him. We sent the razor and the blades to him, and he should have received it by now. If not, it's probably on his doorstep. Second prize was won by Ron Raymond-D7F. That was the Gillette, the vintage Gillette Red Tip Super Speed. We have not heard from him yet. He has until June 23rd, 2026 to claim his prize. All he has to do is email us at mondaymailbag@gmail.com with his full name and address, and we will very kindly and happily ship it off to him. So again, Ron Raymond-D7F, you're the winner of second prize, the vintage Gillette Red Tip Super Speed. Email us at mondaymailbag@gmail.com. Provide your full name and address, and we will ship your prize to you. You have until June 23rd, 2026 to contact us. If we don't hear from you by that date, it will be forfeited, and we will select a new winner. Third prize was the 1950s Super Speed, the vintage Gillette 1950s Super Speed. Actually, it's a 1960 model, same era though. And that was won by Al Spencer. Al contacted us. We shipped it off to him. Again, he probably has it in hand right now. And he wrote by saying, "Hey, Mark, this is awesome to win a 1960 Super Speed. I currently have a 1961 Slim. It will be neat to compare the shave. Thanks for doing these giveaways." He provided his address, as we say, and he should have it in hand by now. We sent him tracking number and that sort of thing. So he probably has received it by the time this airs. Fourth prize was that vintage Gillette Knack razor, and that was won by Nav Gesser 2435, whose first name is Caskel. And he writes, "Thank you, Mark. I am completely shocked and excited to have been chosen as a winner. I am new to traditional shaving and truly appreciate all your content helping those of us new to the hobby. It has been very helpful. Thank you again to you and to Mr. Anonymous. He provided his mailing address. It's been shipped, and he should have received it by now. At least that's our guess. And thanks very much for the kind words, Caskill. I really do appreciate it. But again, I'll pass along your thanks to all the viewers out there and fellow wet shavers, because they make this channel and this program possible. Without them, this microphone would be silent. They provide all these great shaving tips and information, and really, they make this show possible. So my thanks to everyone out there. So Caskill, again, I will pass your thanks along to all the viewers out there that make this show possible. So there you go. 3 out of our 4 winners have contacted us. Their prizes have been shipped. They should have received them by the time this airs. Second prize, as of the time we're recording this, has not yet been claimed. The winner was Ron Raymond-D7F. He has until June 23rd, 2026 to claim his prize. Again, Ron Raymond, email us at mondaymailbag@gmail.com. Send along your full name and address, and we will ship your prize to you. And that's this morning's giveaway updates. And we're going to have more giveaways, so stay tuned. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Boy, it's really filled up here. It's almost to the very top. Hang on. Let me get a sip here. Hang on a minute. Oh, and that's good and hot too. Hang on. One more. Boy, that's good. Really. Oh, yeah, that is great. Once again, we're using Kirkland Summit Roast. We'll zoom in there. There you go. Kirkland Summit Roast, organic medium roast coffee. Great price point. You can get these at Costco. Like $120 for less than $35. Really, really terrific. Very, very flavorful cup of coffee. Other viewers have told us, have confirmed that. They've told us that they really enjoy this coffee. And there's a couple of other flavors there that I'm probably going to get down the road. But I have so many of these. I got to get through these first. And we're also using our official 30 Degrees mug that you can get on the George Toon Shaving website. And I want to turn around. I got to be really careful because there's a lot of coffee in here. I don't want to spill it all over the place. There's George right there. Okay, hang on. Let me set it down like that. Boy, that's hot. Ow. Got to use the handle. Use the handle. Because it's hot. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get another sip here because I want to show you our official Monday Morning Mailbag coaster from soapspoon.com and Andy Kaiser. Andy, thank you again very, very much. Picked this up at the Maggard Meetup. Andy, thank you again very, very much. So check out soapspoon.com, and we'll just set that there like that. All right, boy, good and hot. Man, what a great cup of coffee this morning. And how's your cup of coffee this morning? Is it healthy? Well, if you want to know, check out the Black Coffee Life, Mantic 59's website, where he talks about all the health benefits of drinking black coffee. And also, check out the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. A wonderful hardcover collection of great Lockhorns cartoons, and also their calendar, the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar, available on Amazon. Lots of year left to enjoy that calendar. So we'll have those links to Amazon below where you can check out both of those. And again, the Lockhorns by my good friends, Bunny Host and John Reiner. Let me get another sip here. Wanted my hand to cool down there. Oh man, that's terrific. All right, let's check out some of these refill comments. This comes from Mike H, 9701. Hi, Mark. Great Monday Morning Mailbag. Thank you. Fantastic segments throughout the show, as always. Wonderful information on the various methods of brewing coffee. Many thanks to all who contributed to this segment. Have a great start to the week, and sending best regards as always, Mark. And that's from Mike H. Mike, thank you very, very much. Yeah, check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. We had some great information about mocha pots, percolators, pour over coffee, that sort of thing. Stay tuned. We got a little more information this week. But yeah, a lot of folks out there with a lot of great coffee knowledge who very generously shared it with all the viewers out there. Mike, I agree. Great information last week. This comes from Christian Burrumen. I think that's how it's Christian, Berumen, 2453. Christian Bierman, 2453. Ever since I have been out of work due to multiple eye surgeries, it's been great to be able to sit and watch 3MB in its entirety. Christian, thank you so much for tuning in and for the entire show. Really do appreciate that, and I hope you're on the mend. And thanks very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Hey, drop us a line and let us know how you're doing. Thanks again, Christian. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Brian McCarthy, 1322. Thanks for another fantastic 3MB. That magnet in the handle has just given me a solution to a problem I have with the Mercure Futur razor. This was last week's shaving tip, and it came from John Newton. It was a makeshift magnet on a handle so you could pick up razor blades. Check that out last week. But Brian here says that it's helping him in his shave den with the Mercure Futur razor. Let me start over. That magnet in the handle has just given me a solution to a problem I have with the Mercure Futur razor. The blade can be difficult to remove from the cap at times with bare hands. I'm going to add a small screwdriver that has a magnet on the top to my shaving den cabinet. This will make blade removal and handling way safer. Just when you think you know it all, your shaving tip section provides a light bulb moment. Thanks a million. Brian, you're going to have to share that with everyone here. We'll share that with everyone as an additional ongoing shaving tip to this magnet shaving tip that we had. That sounds great, and I can relate. I have a Mercure Futur, and you're right. The cap, the blade gets caught in that cap very, very often. So that sounds like a great way to remove it safely. Brian, thanks again very, very much. And please send along an update. We'll share it with all the viewers out there. Brian, thanks again very, very much. This comes from Jason NYC 2006. Mark, another great 3MB show. My mom is slowly watching more segments of the 3MB. That's great to hear. I think she'll be a wet shaver soon and understand this hobby. As usual, Mom says hi. We wish you a great week, Mark. God bless you. Jason, thanks so very much. Tell your mom I said hi, and I sure hope she's enjoying the show this morning. Thanks again, Jason. Really do appreciate that. Shadow Commander 1167 writes, those Grooming Society blades look great. I have to admit, though, that Dorco Titan is a new favorite of mine. A high-quality blade at a really good price point. Interesting info about blade alignment. I have a 3-piece razor that I've struggled to get enough blade exposure to get the job done. Take care. Hey, Shadow Commander, maybe you can provide some more details regarding that. I know that all the viewers out there would be interested. And I agree with you. The Dorco Titan is a really, really terrific blade. And let us know if you try out the Grooming Society blades. These were recommended and reviewed by viewer Bob LaRoe last week. Bob, thank you again very, very much. Shadow Commander, thanks for the comments, and let us know if you use those Grooming Society blades. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Charles K., and he writes, Bravo, Mark, and greetings from Tennessee. Great show. Love your enthusiasm for the shaving style we all love and find relaxing. The vibrating razor was really interesting, and the discussion about the Omega shaving brush reminds me of a brush you used a couple of years back, the Simpson M7 synthetic brush. If my recollection is accurate, yours had a butterscotch handle. It sure did. Thanks, Mom. And I believe it was Jimmy V who sent that along to the channel very, very generously. Jimmy, thank you again very, very much. What a beauty. Believe it or not, it's available from Amazon at a reasonable price for anyone who is interested. I may wait to pick mine up in the UK this fall when Mrs. K and I travel overseas. I suspect that some of my fellow subscribers have used this brush and would deliver a quick comment about their experience. As always, with kindest personal regards, Charles K. Charles, let me get it. Hang on 1 minute. I'm going to get it. It's in my shave den. 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Here it is. Right here, the M7 with the butterscotch handle, thanks Mom, with their platinum grade synthetic brush knot. Boy, does this pack a punch. Don't let the diminutive size fool you. This is probably one of the best bowl lathering brushes I have in the shave den. A big, big thank you to Jimmy V for his generosity in sending this one along to the channel. Yeah, all you got to do is check out any of the reviews where I use this for bowl lathering, and you'll see how much lather it creates. Heaps and heaps and heaps. I guess it's due to its diminutive size, but the great backbone that it has, it just does a great job. And the handle, a wonderful design to the handle. I mean, it just fits so nicely in the hand, and you're just able to have a lot of control in developing that lather. So yeah, Charles, if you're over there and you're looking for an M7, check out Platinum, the M7 with the platinum grade synthetic fiber. That's what this one has. Now, also, if you're a badger hair fan, they also make the M7 with a badger knot. This was very kindly and generously sent to the channel by Doug Thompson. Doug, thank you again very, very much. And as Doug told me, this is their Manchurian badger hair, which is it's supposed to be their highest grade. That's what he has heard. And this is another marvelous, marvelous brush in the M7 style. And you can see the difference in knots here. But both of them just pack a punch. Let me get them right there. There we go. Both of them just pack a punch when it comes to developing lather. Really, don't let the size fool you. Both of them are wonderful and just produce great lathers. We have these in the shave den at all times. They don't rotate in and rotate out. They're right there on my shave stand where I can get them, at the ready. And they're terrific. They really, really are. And again, the handle designs are great. The color schemes are great. And the Simpson makes a wonderful, wonderful brush. And these M7 brushes are marvelous. They just make heaps and heaps of lather. So if you are a synthetic brush fan, get the M7 with the platinum grade synthetic fiber. It's exclusive to Simpson. And if you are a badger fan, then check out the M7 with the Manchurian badger hair. It's supposed to be their highest quality badger hair brush offered. Again, my thanks to Jimmy V and also to Doug Thompson for very kindly and generously sending these along to the channel and allowing me to share them with all the viewers out there. So there you go, Charles. One or the other, or get both. So there you go, folks. If you're looking for great bowl lathering brushes, check out the M7s from Simpson. Charles, thanks again very, very much. Let's see. This comes from Jason Forrester, 5656. And he writes, great 3MB as always. You have to make it to Buc-ee's. We always hit them on the way to Florida. You will walk in there and be blown away. Definitely have to get the fresh brisket sandwich. Yeah, this is what I've heard, Jason. Absolutely. And the question is, which one do I try first? The chopped brisket sandwich. Now, this is brisket that's chopped and shredded and mixed with sauce for a richer, more uniform, saucy bite, or the sliced brisket sandwich. That's a brisket cut into thick slices, giving a firmer texture and purer brisket flavor. I don't know. I think be honest with you, I think I'm going to go with the chopped brisket first time around. I'll probably get both. Yeah, it's Buc-ee's is located in Dayton, Ohio, the greater Dayton area. So when I find myself in that neck of the woods, I'm definitely going to stop in. Definitely. It's on my list. And wherever my travels take me, I'm going to look on the map and find out where the nearest Buc-ee's is, for sure. Jason, thanks again very, very much. And thanks for the reminder and the recommendation of the fresh brisket sandwich. I've heard so much about that, and I'm looking forward to sampling one. And you can bet I'm going to do a video when I visit Buc-ee's, no doubt about it. Thanks again, Jason. Really do appreciate it. Hey, this comes from Bart Buzz. Good morning, Mark. I appreciate the demonstration of blade loading with the 6S to confirm you had no misalignment issue. I also have the Game Changer .68. In fact, it's my second favorite DE razor. My only issue is that I find it a bit more awkward to load a blade because of the short posts on the base plate. My experience has been no differences in blade alignment between the 6S and the GC68. Thanks again for highlighting my email. Have a great week. Hey, Bart, thanks very much for contributing your thoughts on the 6S and the Game Changer and everything else. It was a great discussion, and it's a great continuing discussion about blade alignment and a little bit of slop on the Rockwell 6S, the 6C, and other razors out there. Folks, comment below and let us know what your experience is with blade alignment on the various three-piece razors that you might have in your shave den. Bart, thanks again very, very much. This comes from Brian's 8th Night, and he writes, another great 3MB, Mark. I always enjoy your show. Thanks very much. I really do appreciate that. I found the discussion about the Rockwell 6S and 6C very interesting. I have always had great blade alignments with my 6S. Note that the 6S is manufactured in the US and the 6C is manufactured in China. There could be a difference in quality control. I have not had any blade alignment issues with my Razorock GC .68 and .76. I have both base plates. I also have the Yates America. No issues there. The rest of my razors use the tabs and slots, which in my opinion is a more precise alignment method. Yeah, a lot of folks say that having a tab and slot configuration holds the blade better, alignment is better, that sort of thing. And I can understand that. But again, with all these three-piece razors, whether they be post and hole or tab and slot, your mileage may vary. And that Yates America razor, that's a terrific razor and also has the magnet in the bottom of the handle also to pick up those blades. Yeah, that's a terrific razor. That is. We have one in the shave den as well. Hey, thanks again very, very much. Brian's 8th Night. Really do appreciate that. Hey, this comes from Bill Murphy. Great show, Mark. Love the shave den visit with the vibrating razor. Very unique. Yeah, that was really, really neat. Check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag for that shave den visit. That came courtesy of viewer Scott Martin. That Stolly vibrating razor. That really is neat. And as Jim from Northfield said, you can find them. Just make sure that the wind-up mechanism and the vibrating mechanism all work. Yeah, because that's the uniqueness of the razor. And Scott said it just delivered an outstanding shave. So check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag if you missed it. Bill continues here. The case for razor blade storage is great. Wondering if you had a chance to try Irving Park shave soap yet. Have a great week. Not yet, but we have it. We have it in queue right here. We're going to get a review done on it. Great scent, and I am really, really interested in trying this. Oh yeah, that's really, and it's got a little bit of an edge to it. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get a review done on this. Irving Park, and we met the artisan at the Maggard Meetup. She was really, really very, very nice, very knowledgeable. So we're definitely gonna get this this review done from Chicago Grooming Company. Yeah, really, really terrific. Thanks for the recommendation on this, Bill. Really do appreciate it. We picked this up at the Maggard Meetup, and so glad that they had some in stock. So we'll get the review done ASAP because I love the scent. It really is terrific. And then once I get the review done, Bill, we can compare notes. So thanks again for that. Really do appreciate that. Hey, this comes from Jim from Northfield, and this confirms my previous comments regarding the Stolly razor. Sorry to jump the gun on that. Jim says here, hey Mark, I own one of these Stolly razors in the original case. They do work well. Be careful when purchasing one from sites like eBay, Etsy, etc. Some may not be in operable condition. Make sure before purchasing. When you wind it up fully, it will last approximately 3 minutes. If you think about it, Gillette copied this notion of vibration on their modern Fusion Power razors. The vibration is supposed to help raise the whiskers for a cleaner cut. There has to be some sort of merit if it's being copied. Thanks, Jim from Northfield. Hey, Jim, thanks again very, very much for a very, very informative comment regarding the Stolly razor, the vibrating razor that Scott Martin shared with everyone last week. So, folks, again, great tip. If you're going to purchase one of these online, make sure that it's in operable condition, that the wind-up mechanism and the vibrating mechanism, everything works, because it really looks like a terrific, terrific razor to use. And Jim, I agree with you. There has to be some merit to it. Otherwise, why would Gillette copy it? Yeah, that's great. Hey, Jim, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, in a previous Monday morning mailbag, we shared with you a storage case for razor blades. This was a shaving tip that David Trinks very kindly shared with all the viewers. And then afterwards, David very kindly sent this storage case to the channel so we could show it to you firsthand. Thank you again very, very much, David. Well, John R. Newton has another case that he'd like to share with everyone. And he writes, Dear Mark, I've enclosed pictures of the box that I picked up from Amazon. Last Monday, when you showed off the box, I did not have a link for it. My apologies if I omitted the link. I am very, very sorry about that. But this is rather fortuitous in that John located another kind of box. He writes here, therefore, I just went on Amazon and looked for one. I thought I bought one that was exactly like the one that you had shown. However, today, I realized that mine is different. Mine is two-sided, and it does hold feather blades front or back or side to side. I will include a link to the one I purchased. It looks very similar to the one that you have. Mine is just double-sided, and it might be slightly larger. I'm just sending this along in case somebody else wants to buy one just like this one. And that's from John R. Newton. He says, all the best, John R. Newton. And this is the Jack Boss Toolbox, customizable storage for all your needs. And we will have that link below. My thanks to John Newton for providing the link. And again, my apologies if I failed to have that link for this particular case in last week's show. But this week we'll have the link to this one, and we'll also have the link to the one that John is introducing everyone to. John, thanks again very, very much. Well, I came across a new shaving cream up on the Razor Company's website, and I believe this is a new addition to their product lineup, and I've never seen this before. And I was really intrigued, and I looked at the scent profile and thought, you know what? Perfect for the summer months. I'm going to have to get that. So here it is right here. This is Cella Epic Reserva Fresco Shaving Cream, 300 milliliters. Check this out, okay? Check out the box, okay, right there. And look at that. Huh? How about that? Look at that, huh? Is that great? Here, let's see if we can zoom in. How about that, huh? Cella Milano. How about that? Reserva Fresco. All right, and then up on the top here, the lid, you can see the logo right there. How about that? That is neat. Let me show you the product inside, okay? That's what it looks like right there. Okay, see that? It kind of shifted in shipping, all right? All right, now here's what they have to say on the Razor Company's product page for Cella Epic Reserva Fresco Shaving Cream. Reserva Fresco is an aromatic citrus fragrance with Mediterranean freshness and intensity. Bright citrus notes are enriched with basil, jasmine sambac, and tonka bean for a refined, fresh, and sophisticated shaving experience. Best for wet shavers looking for a professional-size Italian shaving cream with fresh aromatic character, rich lather, excellent glide, and strong skin protection. Here's the performance profile. Cella Epic Reserva Fresco Shaving Cream has a thick texture that builds into a soft, stable, high-yield lather. Designed for maximum glide and very high protection, it helps the razor move smoothly while supporting a comfortable traditional wet shave. How about that? And the scent profile sounds wonderful. And the reason why I was so intrigued with this is because we already have Cella Aftershave Splash, and this has a nice citrus profile to this scent. So this Aftershave Splash looks like it's going to pair up very, very well with Cella Epic Reserva Fresco Shaving Cream. It's available at the Razor Company. We'll have a link below. Well, we received this heads up from viewer Tim Whitcup regarding a new razor from ItalianBarber.com, and as they write on their Facebook page, Founders Series, Razorock EZ1 Plus, the easiest razor you'll ever use, dropping this week. Well, that was posted last week, and it should be available now. At the time I'm recording this, I went up to their webpage, and here it is right here. It's not yet posted for sale, but it is an aluminum razor, and it looks like it's going to have 2 aggression levels. So check it out from Italian Barber, the Razorock EZ1 Plus. My thanks to Tim Whitcup for the heads up on this one. Folks, give it a look. Let us know if you have it in your shave den. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, we received this email from viewer Jimmy V Photography, and it comes at a great time because we've been talking about these storage cases to help organize our razor blade collections. And here's what Jimmy writes. Hey, Mark, a lot of wet shavers have their blade collections organized down to a science. Separate drawers, labeled tuck boxes, inventory lists, favorites grouped by razor, even spreadsheets. I admire the dedication, but I've gone in a completely different direction for those mornings when I can't decide what blade I'm in the mood for. I've taken a tuck of each blade manufacturer and dumped them all into a small bucket. When I can't decide what blade I want to use for the day, I take the bucket, give it a good shake, and draw one at random. My blade for the shave of the day is decided by fate. It turns my shave into a little raffle and keeps me using blades I might otherwise overlook. All part of the fun. Hope you're enjoying the weekend. Jimmy V Photography. That is great. That is absolutely marvelous. And what a fun way to change up your shave by pulling out a blade at random. That is terrific. He adds here, as an addendum, there are some blades that I will always pair with certain razors. For example, Rex blades always go into one of the Councils or Ambassador. Same with Strangelet blades. They go into the Copper Dock. Every other blade can go into whatever razor I feel like playing with. That is really, really terrific. So yeah, he has his formula for a certain blade with a certain razor, but on those mornings when he can't decide what particular blade to put into a razor that's not an Ambassador or Council or the Copper Dock, he's reaching into that bucket of blades and pulling out a random blade. That is absolutely fantastic. Folks, do you do something like this? Do you choose a blade randomly using this method or some other method? Comment below and let us know. Jimmy, thanks again for a really, really terrific routine in pulling a razor blade for a shave and coming across some of those blades that we might otherwise not use as frequently. Really do appreciate it. Well, this comes from viewer Al Spencer, and it's the continuation of our discussion regarding Rockwell 6S and 6C and blade alignment, that sort of thing. And Al says, Mark, just finished the 3MB and liked how you showed the blade alignment on the 6S. My 6C is not as tight. Tolerance difference could be due to different materials and manufacturing processes. I've attached a video trying to show the looseness of the blade fit on my 6C. Al, we're going to go ahead and show that video. Bart Bartlett has both the 6C and 6S. I'm curious if there is a tolerance difference between the two. Again, this is just an observation, and it doesn't seem to matter as I've never experienced a misalignment issue using the 6-plate. And the 6C performs well. Mark, thanks for the 3MB and have a great week. And that's from Al Spencer. And here's his video showing the alignment of his 6C. Hey Al, thanks very much for the video. Really do appreciate it. Thanks again for contributing to this discussion. Folks, if you have a video with your Rockwell Razor showing alignment and that sort of thing, send it in. We'll share it with all the viewers out there and kind of continue this discussion regarding the 6C and the 6S and blade alignment issues and that sort of thing. Al, thanks again very, very much. Well, we've been talking about brewing coffee using different methods, and pour-over coffee came up in a recent Monday Morning Mailbag, and 10 Fluid Ounces 30 Minutes shared the routine on how to do pour-over coffee. And he writes, pour-over coffee brewing is to put a paper filter shaped for a brew funnel into the brew funnel and place the funnel with filter on top of the brew receiver vessel, usually a coffee drinking mug. Put the measured ground coffee into the filter, pour the hot boiled water onto the ground coffee in the filter. A few other minor details in carrying the process out. And I said, wow, thank you for the description. Another neat way to brew coffee. Thank you very, very much. And 10 Fluid Ounces 30 Minutes responded by saying, yes, everyone needs to try the pour-over method. Some people may eventually lose patience with the sometimes slow flow-through and learn to use French press or AeroPress, or maybe learn to use something else. Now, Gene KZK5919 added the following comment. Thanks for mentioning the filter. I've had a pour-over and it would clog up. Then it dawned on me that I was using the wrong grind. I quit using it for a bit because I didn't have a way to grind it. You mentioned the filter, and I realized it could use that if I didn't have the pour-over grind. I love using it because the coffee machine requires making coffee that would go to waste. Yeah, a great point. The pour-over method makes 1 cup of coffee at a time, and it sounds like you can vary the grind. I'm not entirely sure. Comment below and let me know, but you can vary the grind, and you get some good filter paper. Sounds like it'll go along very, very well. And I agree, probably a slower process, but then again, you get that great aroma, you get to savor that and that sort of thing. Sounds like a great way to make a cup of coffee. We have an AeroPress here that was very kindly sent to the channel by viewer Rodney Ripplinger. I love making coffee that way. Again, very economical. You're making 1 cup at a time. And I've never really used a French press. So pour over and French press, those are 2 other methods of brewing coffee that I'm going to have to investigate. 10 Fluid Ounces. Thanks very, very much for the comment. Really do appreciate it. And a big thank you to Gene KZK5919 or Jink ZK5919, however it's pronounced. Thanks very much for contributing your thoughts on it. Gentlemen, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another Double Take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. From the 3MB, where every shave tells a story, make it a great week.